Hello, everyone. It's day 99. I started my day still working on trying to figure out the VGS add-on for the Netlify form, but after another failed attempt, it just I kept getting errors, a CORS error, saying basically didn't have access or something like that. So I'm like, you know what? So I started looking up paid services. I found the cheapest one I found was called Hushmail. They offer secure web forms for therapists, anybody in the medical field or whatever you need it for. PCI, like if you had a store or something like that. It's $9.99 a month. That's the starter package, the cheapest one. You're only able to have 2 forms on your website, but I mean, there's only 1 form on this website. They also offer secure email, so HIPAA compliant email service if you needed it, which she didn't need that. Really, she literally just needed the form. But from what I can see, like basically Hushmail is doing what the VGS add-on is supposed to do. You just be doing it manually. I just couldn't figure all the steps out or whatever, and all the documentation was from like 2 years ago. Like nothing is current, and like the YouTube videos that I found, even the commands had changed that like the guy was typing on the video, and he was from VGS. So just chalk that one up as a loss. But yeah, so I sent her the link to it, so waiting on her to pay for the service or whatever, and then I can just style the form to match as close as I can the form that I had created by hand, and then the website is done. Aside from that, I left that alone because I didn't hear anything back from her the rest of the day. So next thing I'm working on is trying to incorporate basically everything I've learned so far. I watched this YouTube video and the guy was like, you basically have to like be hard on yourself and realize, because like a lot of people, he sees people all the time talking about no one's hiring, blah, 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 blah. But he's like, you really have to look like, does your portfolio really even say hire me? Like, is the complexity of your projects there, your skills there, and XYZ? So I realized like from my portfolio, like it's visually appealing. However, the complexity of my projects just aren't really a direct reflection of all the things that I've learned in the past 100 days. So in the spirit of all that, I decided to combine a couple project ideas that I had all together to make like one big complex project. Starting with that planner app that I started like probably like a month ago now. So it was a to-do app with the Odin project, but it's not like a to-do list like you see everybody make on YouTube or whatever. It's more like a planner application with like an inbox. You can add the to-do list to a different project and all that. So I incorporated that, and then I want to add a calendar to it. Since I got into the API section, which I still may do just the weather app. Then again, no, I'm not. So I was going to do the weather app just to show that I know how to work with APIs. But rather than just having a weather app by itself, I'm going to add it as like a widget into this application. So like say you just want to know what the weather is, rather than having to get on Google and search, you can literally just click the widget and it'll go by your geolocation and just make it pop up with like the 5-day forecast or whatever. So I'm going to do that. I still had the idea of doing like the budget thing based on my spreadsheet that I have, not like the typical just add an expense, delete an expense. Like the budget that I have in Excel that I made, it literally like tells you what paycheck to take your transfers out, pay your bills and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to incorporate that somehow. Of course, like a task manager type thing. What else? Have an inbox, so like you're able to add like the date stuff is due, so that like say you have something due today, it'll add something to your inbox saying you have this task due today, or this task due tomorrow, or this task is overdue, or whatever. You have a bill due, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so like my goal is like to incorporate all this together. Using the build with Webpack, so I want to showcase I know how to do Webpack, because just if you only looked at the projects that I have, all you see is a little bit of JavaScript, just enough to like make a mobile navbar move and that kind of stuff. HTML, CSS, and Sass. But I want to like show like everything that I know how to do. So, but yeah, so far I got the side nav bar. I got that going, and then I have the top header with like the little icon for the profile picture. I want to be able to add, like, let the user change their profile picture. Has the username at the top, the name of the app, which I haven't decided what I'm going to call the app. I think right now it just says company because that's just what the dummy thing that I use. It's some API that I found. I can't think of what it's called, but it's supposed to allow you to have like add users or create users or whatever. I'm wondering, is there any way that you could like simulate logging in and logging off with an API, just because I don't know how to use the back end yet. Because that would be kind of like the icing on the cake for this project, but we'll see. I could always just literally just re-render the page and like make it look like you're logging in and logging out. But I wonder, is like there an API or the API that I find, I wonder, is it capable of doing that or not? Or literally just creating a user and keeping the username and password somewhere. So, but yeah, that's where we're at. One more day to go. I was hoping I would like, probably won't finish this tomorrow. Just because I'm not going to be coding all day tomorrow because I'm doing something with my friends. But yeah, trying to finish strong. Day 99.